Hello, everybody. My name is Great Eagle, some pilot. I'm a real world A320 captain, bringing my love for aviation and flight simulation to all your wonderful people out there. How's everyone doing this afternoon, this evening, this morning, wherever you are in the world? Hopefully, you're having a fantastic day. I think one or two streams ago, I said I really wanted to come down to Orlando because ultimately what I wanted to do was take the US Air A330 up to Charlotte. That was the end goal. You kind of like, if you've been following along with my streams, you kind of know that like I kind of string all my legs together, like they're not disconjointed, like we're not just crisscrossing all over the US or just crisscrossing all over the world. I kind of like stringing all my legs together, but sometimes sacrifices have to be made, and after a whole lot of back and forth with my Orlando scenery, I found out that it's like one of their terminals just does not work here. Don't know why. So that's why I think the terminal that Frontier Park's at was the one that was giving me all the trouble. I came over here to, the 50s, and the gates work fine. So I don't know what's wrong with the scenery over in some terminals there where the gates don't work, but it is what it is. We found a gate that works, and so we will continue pressing on from there. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Let me go ahead and update Fly Live. For some reason, the aircraft doesn't want to show up here, so what we'll go do is we'll go into Fly Live here. And we need the aircraft type, and it's going to be, there we go. Fly Live should be corrected. There we go. All right, let's get right into it. Let's hop back onto the flight deck. We do have tower and departure on, so we have a little bit of ATC on tonight. That should be good there. At least for a departure. Let's go ahead and see if we're going to have some ATC going all the way into Charlotte. Maybe? It's kind of hard to tell. No, because DC center controls Charlotte area. So, no, we're going to have ATC on for most of our route today. We'll go ahead and I guess take it from there. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an instant load for our flight here. So we'll go payload. We'll import it from SimBrief. There we go. We'll apply the load. We'll do instant. There we go. Like doing the instant load versus, we won't do the whole GSX thing. First of all, GSX doesn't want to act right, and it keeps. I literally updated it like a few days ago, and now it's outdated again. So, but the good news, if you saw the last stream, now is with the new update, I got my logos back. We get our catering from Allegiant apparently, but no, I got my logos back. So no longer do we have those ugly pink boxes. I don't know what it was. Obviously, GSX has listened to me being the mega streamer that I am, the massive influencer that I am, and they said, Greagle Sim Pilot is having trouble. Let's push an update. So yeah, we got the logos are back. We don't have the ugly pink square. So yay, thank you GSX. Really do appreciate that. So let's hop back on in, and we'll get things started on the overhead here. We'll get IR 1, 2, and 3 online. We'll go ahead and turn on the recorder ground control. There's no test function for it, so that's good. We will test the APU. We'll test engine 1 and 2 fire. That's all good. Hydraulics all look good. The fuel system all looks good. Electrical, I'll take that off of the APU battery. Put that on battery 1. That all looks good. Air conditioning, we'll go ahead and I'll probably crank you down to about there for now, even though the packs aren't online. The anti-ice panel, that looks good. Per window heat is an auto, cabin pressurization, everything's auto with the ditching hatch. guarded there. The external lights are set how I want it. Let's go ahead and get the APU up and going. We'll go ahead and get that going. We'll arm the emergency exit lights coming up to the first officer side. PA is out and to the 3 o'clock position. We got data in VHF3. Everything else looks good here. I can't get this to go over to normal, or else I'd put that in normal. I'd increase the temperature there, decrease the temperature a little bit there. That's pretty much how I'd do that. Everything else on the cargo smoke panel looks good, ventilation looks good, and the engine panel all looks good there. Why do we have a master caution? There's nothing down here. I don't understand airplane. On a glare shield here, left to right, all of our lights should be extinguished. That looks good. We want flight directors on. We got 2999er. Constraints are 10 nautical miles. We don't need to view our ADFs. We got digits displayed in the window here. We want to be heading vertical speed with all the push buttons extinguished. Same thing on the first officer's EFIS panel. We don't need to view our ADS. 10 nautical miles arc. Constraints on. 2999er, and our flight director is on. All the push buttons are extinguished over here. Coming down to the main instrument panel from left to right. PFD on the left, ND on the right. ISIS is aligned. Upper and lower displays are in the correct orientation. Brake fan is off. Landing gear is indicating down and through green. Anti-skid nozzle steering is on. The landing gear is down with no red arrow there. Gravity gear extension is stowed. On the first officer side, we get the ND on the left, PFD on the right. So that all looks good there. Coming on down to the center pedestal here. The database is good for a few more days. That looks excellent. We'll go to initialization and go ahead and request that there. Our RMP and ACP are all look good. We have tower and departure, so that looks good there. And then we have guard and VHF2. Integral lighting all looks good. Predictive wind shear is off. Radar is off. That all looks fantastic. Coming on up here to the center of the center pedestal, we'll go ahead and check our engine oil. We got to come all the way up top here, and we want engine 1 and 2 8X on, and that will power our FADEX so we can see what the oil looks like. We can go back up top and turn those off. Excellent. Hydraulics all within our fill range. That all looks good. No odd status messages, and oxygen looks plentiful. Our trim should be somewhere around the neutral position. On the 330, they did the smart thing and put the trim on the outside of the wheel instead of the hand side. Love that. Great little upgrade there. Thrust levers at idle. Engine masters are off. Engine mode is normal. Speed brakes are disarmed. Flaps are up. And we have some digits displayed in our rudder trim system here. On the first officer side, we'll leave this FMS the way it is. RMP and ACP, that looks set, and the lighting all looks good there. We got a squawk code of 7316. That's from our PDC, from the tower controller. Excellent. I see we got an extra sub here. Whoever just subbed, thank you very much. Welcome to the Eagle's Nest. Hopefully you enjoy the live stream here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get our tablet. I'll move this on over to this side. Let's go ahead and let's see. We got Orlando, Charlotte, Cactus 3318. Cost index is 16. That looks good. Flight level 370. Zero fuel weight and zero fuel weight CG. That's where we come on over here. Oop, that's not what I wanted. So we'll pull our zero fuel weight is going to be 310.7 and 25.4. Let's see. 310.7 and 25.4. There we go. Our block fuel, we're looking at 38.6 on the block fuel, and that's exactly what we have on board, so that looks good. Excellent. And our alternate fuel, looking at 4.6 to get down to Colombia. So go ahead and put 4.6. That'll give us slightly better extra time down here. Our flight plan, 17 rate is what they are going to give us for departure. So we'll go ahead and do that. It'll be the Faith 3 VIAP transition. We'll go ahead and insert that. And then in Charlotte, we're going to be doing the stock car 4, 18 left. So we'll go ahead and put 18 left. Scroll, scroll, scroll. There we go. Stock car 4. Checker. There we go. Nav accuracy upgrade. That looks good. We'll go ahead and insert that. Let's go ahead and I think it uplinks the ones. Yeah, it did uplink the ones. So we can go over to performance, go back to our PFD here. 17 rate. There we go. We'll add 2,000 pounds. 140. 150.3 is what it's going to be. Oh no. Okay, let's resync that. 350. Yep. 0.3. Thank you. Flaps running condition on, anything eyes off. We're still gonna no. We'll go ahead and calculate that. That all looks good, and we can send that to the FMGS King. That looks good. 49, 60, 61. We will confirm our takeoff data. It should say like flaps 1 right there or whatever with the flex and small, but I didn't see that. Whatever. So flaps 1, flex 58. Looks like it's going to be 5.3 units up on the trim. So it's going to be way up there somewhere. Excellent. We'll go over next phase, next phase, next phase. Let's look at our SID, or sorry, the star, to see if there's a transition speed we need to maintain. If not, we'll do 290 knots. No, I can just click that down there. That was silly. 280. Okay. So we'll descend 280. Well, this is the iniA. They like the slash. There we go. 280 knots. Excellent. That all looks good. Secondary flight plan. Don't got to worry about any EO procedures, so we'll go ahead and just copy over our active flight plan. There we go. We are all done with that. We can go ahead and review our route. Since we have the Faith 3 VIAP transition, I'll go ahead and bring that up over here. There we go. We'll get a plan. 10 nautical miles. Excellent. So we got 17 rate. It's gonna be a kind of hard for me to see. We'll proceed on course to intercept the 163 to Faith. That's not quite right. That's a bearing 163. Alrighty. It's the 154 to Cape. Sorry. 154. Track 154 to Cape. There it is. Excellent. Cape is going to be at or above 1500. Sorry. And then it's a 140 heading thereafter. And we'll get radar vectors all the way back up to Buffy and Faith that are above 14,000. Then Mudbog, they're above 16,000. Bikini, Demon, VIAP, and then from VIAP we'll go straight over to Checker. And that starts the... Is there flight plan discontinuity? Okay. Let's go ahead and get rid of that flight plan discontinuity. We'll go... I get rid of it. Yep. Human, VIAP. And then via up, we'll go straight to checker for the stock car for arrival into Charlotte. We have 465 nautical miles. Our flight plan was looking at 470. Close enough for me. There we go. With that all said and done, we can, let me go ahead and recycle these flight directors. There we go. And now I have things set the way I want them to. Excellent. We can go ahead and ask our Ghost FO. He's ready for a briefing. He says, yes, he is. Excellent. Well, what are your threats? We always want to start with the threats. So, I guess threats are going to be taxiing around here. I'm not too sure how they're going to do it. They could take us north or south here. If they take us north, it's up to Juliet. If they take us south, it's down to Echo or Foxtrot. And then we'll have to take Golf or Hotel down to the end, which is Hotel 1. Plan on doing a Flaps 1 Flex. Standard recheck considerations. Any questions about what we need to reject for? Nope. Excellent. In the event that we do lose an engine after V1, we'll continue straight ahead to about 4,000 feet. We'll clean up the aircraft with the ECAM and make a return back to Orlando. Let's plan on 18 left or 18 right. Both of those are fairly long runways at 12,004 feet. 18 right seems good. That has an ILS, it looks like, so we should be able to do that quite easily. Otherwise, we'll get radar vectors back north up to Buffy. 7,000 is the top altitude. Our departure frequency is 1248, and we're squawking 7316. Do you have anything else you'd like to add to that? No? Excellent. Let's see. So the IRs, as you can see someone taking off in the background there. The IRs are aligned. Recorder ground control is on. That's good. So we can get our checklist. Let's see. EFIS is set. Let's go ahead and get our terrain on ND going. Our park and brake is on, and the triple indicator is checked there. All right. ACP and RMP all look good. We go over to position monitor. We'll come on up over here. We got 28, 25.8, 28, 25.7, and we got 081, 18.5, 081, 18.9. Excellent. That all looks good. And I'll go ahead and put you back on flight plan. I'll put you back on performance. Let's see. ND looks good. PFD, we got V1, V2, climbing nav blue, flight directors 1 and 2. And does this work? Yes, it does. Oh, there we go. Our oxygen check is complete. Get all of our fuel pumps on. We can go ahead and get externals off. APU bleed can come on. Seatbelt sign can come on. Beacon light can come on. We can do one final check of our fluids here. So, again, we would turn on the FADEX to get that. Hydraulics all look good. No status messages. Or sorry, we need to go this way. Sorry, hydraulic looks good. Pressurization auto 800. Engine, that all looks good. There, so. Oh, I forgot the fuel as well. On board, balanced fuel pumps are on. It's slightly different in the 330 where the buttons are. So we always want to check the fuel, hydraulics, pressurization, engines, and then lastly, when you're done with that, always go back to the door page. Takes you to oxygen. Excellent. Alrighty. Our before start checklist, recorder ground control is on. Flight forms and maintenance log is on board. Reviewed aircraft 282. Your quantity 38.6, required 38.5 is on board. Takeoff performance, we have 149, 168, 161 with a flex of 58. Oxygen is checked. Seatbelt sign is on. ECAM checked. Parking brake is on and checked. MCDU set. Altimeters 2999er. And departure briefings review. The before set checklist is complete. There we go. Just running a 320 checklist for a 330. No big deal there. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get a pushback clearance here from the tower. Hello, tower. Cactus 3318 is ready for push and start off of gate 58. We'll call back ready to taxi Cactus 3318. Alright, so it will be our discretion, so let's go ahead and prepare for pushback and departure. Excellent. Here comes a guy. And while I'm at it, let's go ahead and get the door closed. There we go. I love this livery. And this has been the issue since like the FSX days of flying this livery, right? So the orientation everyone sees it is this way, right? So like you see the flag, that's the correct orientation. Correct orientation. Correct orientation. And this person actually did a good job of getting, whoever did this delivery did a good job of getting that the correct orientation. Usually people get that orientation backwards, but that's actually the correct orientation. However, this is not the correct orientation. A lot of people get this wrong. They flip the flag gets flipped, and then maybe this is just a livery thing where he has no control over it. Like it's only one winglet and it mirrors it on the other side. But yeah, a lot of people get that wrong in the livery. And they'll get this one wrong too. So all the flags on this side will always somehow be flipped. And I've noticed that ever since the FSX days. Whenever I fly this livery, it always happens like that. Or even just any US Air livery because they have the flag. We're going to push back nose to the right. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright. I should probably release the GPU as well. Let's go outside and toggle the GPU. Excellent. And we can go ahead and release the parking brake. Alright. Don't do anything crazy. GSX. Even the person's freaking out, like, what's going on? I have no clue what the glitch is with GSX when it does that type of stuff. But it straightened itself out. There we go. Thankfully there's no one over here, so that's good. Anyone else? No. It's mostly just us over here. That's quite alright. As long as GSX gets us on the line, I'll be happy. Alrighty. So, the volume's kind of already turned up. I forgot to turn it down there for you guys. So, let's go in here for the engine start, shall we? What is up with that person? GSX model's being weird again. Yeah, and that person's face is all types of messed up. But like that on the outside too? Take a look, yeah. What? Okay. Ma'am, are you okay? Are you okay, ma'am? Just want to make sure. Nope, clearly you are not okay. Ma'am, can you pick your jaw up off the ground? Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Alright, let's get the other engine started. Ooh, thank you very much, Microsoft. Let's do this again. Nope. You're not going to go away. There you go. Better. We'll do that. Max Reason says, howdy, how have you been, Max Reason? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry for the absence of streaming there last week. I got off my trip and wasn't feeling so good afterwards, so decided to wait until I was feeling a little bit better. Still not 100%, but a lot better than I was about 5 days ago. So excellent. Have you ever considered the TFDI MD-11? I've seen a bunch of people flying it. I don't know if I'm quite ready to pull the trigger on the MD-11 yet. It would be really cool to fly the MD-11 and do some cargo ups. But now that we got the 777 and the A330, I kind of really like flying those the heavies. And you say, did you watch the Alpha videos? I did. I watched both of them, and good for them. Hopefully they get what they deserve over there. They're really deserving of a contract that at least is parity with the rest of the industry for Airbus pilots, right? As well as quality of life stuff. So you gotta have a little bit of both to attract pilots to your airline, and so that you don't get a high turnover rate there. That's why I don't have GSX. Great scenery there. It's the default Orlando scenery, so it is what it is. I'm not going to complain about it. So this is the one that comes with, if you get, I think it comes with a basic Microsoft Flight Simulator. I don't even think you need like Deluxe or Ultimate. I think it comes with the base game. But enough of me rambling on. Let's go ahead and get back inside the flight deck here, and let's go ahead and go flaps 1. Bugler can come off, and your master can come off. And we can put our taxi light on there. And let's go ahead and check our statuses. No weird statuses. And the iniA Airbuses, the pedal disconnect still doesn't disconnect. It's super weird. It still has a little bit of nose wheel steering. So let's go ahead and do the flight control check here, shall we? Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral. And then we'll do the rudders. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Go ahead and turn the auto brakes on to max. Performance data looks good there. Our trim is set. Predictive wind shear is on auto, and we can do a test. There we go. We're just waiting on the cabin. Sweet deal. Alright, let's go ahead and give ground a call here. We'll get our little person. There we go. Hello ground. Cactus 3318 is ready to taxi. Information echo. We'll taxi via Charlie Echo Golf 17 right for Cactus 3318 Heavy. Excellent. So we'll just make the turn right here on a Bravo 6, and we'll turn left onto Charlie. We go Charlie Echo Golf CENG to 17 right. Guess I could slide that over there so we can pretend that it's where the iPad would usually be. The cabin is ready. Go ahead and make this turn here. We'll take this down to Echo. Echo is going to be the second left we take. One of the things I haven't done yet either, Max Racing, I haven't actually taken a look and test flown the A300 or A310 in 2024 yet either. I know they came out with like a premium, quote unquote premium version, one or both of those, that has like the tire deformation and all that fun stuff that Microsoft offers in 2024, but I haven't taken a look at it yet, at least the one that obviously transfers right on in to 2024 without trying to buy the upgrade there. But I do know that even the straight over transfer should work fairly well. I just haven't given it a shot yet, which is why we haven't done any cargo ops. Alrighty, coming up on Echo, we'll make the left-hand turn on Echo. Slow it down to 10 knots. Alright. There we go. Little zigzaggy funky taxiway here, that's quite alright. Let's see, before I forget, let's go ahead and turn you to TARA. Everything else looks good. I guess here, even though the radar doesn't work, we'll get the radar going. Excellent. Because I think there are some storms out there, but I don't know if this will actually paint anything. We shall see. We shall see. Okay, a little uneven taxiway here. That's quite alright. Hopefully it doesn't do anything crazy like flip our airplane over. Like, is it... I forgot where it was where the taxi was absolutely crazy. Was it Phoenix? It's somewhere where the taxi was absolutely crazy. Going up a hill. Actually lost a little speed there too. Cool. Did I see the new supersonic flight laws? No. What? Supersonic flight laws for what? Are we talking about the boom aircraft? I know the boom aircraft, wasn't it a few months ago they went supersonic? Oh, don't crash. Hang on to it. Alrighty, and we will take Golf, which is the very next left here. slow it on down to 10 knots. Alrighty, we can do it before takeoff checklist all the way through. Flight attendants prepare for takeoff. There we go. Flaps, we have one planned, one indicated. Takeoff data and speeds are all checked. Our weight is 348.6, and we were looking at yikes. No, I wanted. Oh, where was I looking at? Payload. There we go. We're gonna be. Oh, I didn't see what the plan was gonna be. Anyway, 348.6. That looks good. Or 348.5. That all looks good. Our step trim is at hard to read the percentage. 24.2%. It looks like. 24.5%. That looks close enough to me. Flight controls are checked. ECAM memo is takeoff no blue. Below the line, runway and FMS, we have runway 17 right in the box on the screen and out the window. That is checked. Our minimum takeoff fuel, looking at 37.4 required, 37.7 on board. Flight attendants are notified. Engine mode norm, TCAS is TARA before takeoff checklist is complete. Let's see, to repeal the prohibition on overland. Oh, I did not read anything. I did see an article about that, and I did not read that article all the way, but I heard that they are getting rid of the new supersonic overland restriction, which paves the way for Boom to continue their objective there of getting supersonic flight back again. So that will be very, very interesting to see if that will stimulate competition as well. Alrighty, we'll make the right-hand turn here at Hotel 1. Nav Cape 17 right, clear for takeoff. Cactus 3318 heavy. Alrighty, so the final appears to be clear. The runway is clear, so we can go ahead and let them know we're taking the runway. Get our strobes on. All of our lights are on. We are all set for takeoff. Man, I got the sim volume high. I keep forgetting to bring the sim volume down, but that's okay. I'll bring it down after departure. How about that? Before we push the power all the way up, here's what we'll do. Go outside real quick. There we go. Dummy Thick says, my dude, welcome to the Eagle's Nest, Dummy Thick. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. How are you doing? Welcome. Here we go. We're clear for takeoff. Volume's up. I got this shot ready for when we rotate here. I'm probably going to get the autopilot on like ASAP too. says, just check my phone, saw your stream. Yeah, and I didn't put out an alert earlier today, so that's also my fault as well. Let's go. Flex. See how long the engines take to spool up. There we go. Thrust set. Checked. V1. Rotate. Positive rate. You're up. Autopilot's on. Beautiful. Over departure, Cactus 3318. Have a great night. Climb. Climb is set. We can go ahead and switch you over to departure. Low departure, Cactus 3318 Heavy is 2,000, climbing 7,000 on the P3. Flaps up after takeoff checklist. 090 7,000, Cactus 3318 Heavy. Alright, so 090 7,000 after takeoff checklist. So let's see, we have the landing gear is up, no lights. The flaps are all up. And one over pressurizing, so there we go. After takeoff checklist is complete. Maxer says if Maxer says if a jet goes too fast, can there be shockwaves from the fan blades in the engine, and would that cause a compressor stall? Okay, so now you're gonna like territory that like even I'm not gonna be too familiar with it. I do know a little bit about you know how they design airplanes. So what will happen is when you start going above supersonic, what most airplanes have are some sort of variable door to get that air to go subsonic before it reaches the engine. So usually you want subsonic air before it gets to the engine. Of course, if you want supersonic air, then you have other methods like at 010 and 16,000 for Cactus 3318 Heavy. Okay, 010, whatever you need, we'll do 010 and 16,000 for Cactus 3318 Heavy. Right, no problem, thank you. Alrighty, so we got 16 open, 010 on the heading. And we're pretty much in a rain shaft now. There's no problem. We really wanted to, we could turn that to ignition start, but it's not really that bumpy up here, so no real reason to do that. So we can turn the ignition off. Yeah, so usually what manufacturers will design a nacelle to slow down the air to below supersonic speeds by the time it gets to the first stage. Or in that case, if they want supersonic air, then you're doing stuff like ramjets and scramjet engines, which is, you know, that's all of that stuff is way beyond my technical expertise there. So you would definitely have to ask an aerospace engineer about that, because that is way beyond me there. Max said the 330 is beautiful. Yeah, oh my gosh. And this livery, the 330 looks amazing. It's like this livery, the 330 and the 757, 100% amazing. I'm truly sad that this livery is gone. US Air merged with American, and they got rid of this livery in favor of that weird silver they got on the airplane now. So it is what it is. But yeah, this is back in the day. This used to be a real world wow. An A330 on a 1-hour flight. Like I said, Orlando gets insanely busy. And so that's why you see almost all the big carriers will fly wide bodies in there, at least, once a day from somewhere. I just experienced my first compressor stall on my last trip. Crazy airplane shaking and popping sounds from the dummy. Good. Wow. How insane. I have yet to have the compressor stall. Yeah, that is absolutely insane. That happened. I'm assuming that you returned to the airport that you departed from, wherever that was, and you grounded the airplane for the rest of the day. I myself just had a bird strike on landing, and I thought we missed it. I literally we hit. I saw the tiniest dot fly by. Alrighty, direct to Buffy, resume on navigation, Cactus 3318 heavy. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and go to Buffy. Direct Buffy. We'll insert that. Excellent. I myself had a bird strike on my last trip, and I saw the smallest little dot just fly by the window, and I look at the FO. I said, "Did we miss it?" And he goes, "Yep." And then that's 13332 for Cactus 3318. Have a great night. Here we go, 12332. Keep getting interrupted. Doesn't he know I'm trying to tell a story? Hello, Center. Cactus 3318 heavy is 16,000. Direct to Buffy. A332 is a real frequency. I'm tuned in. 133. Oh no, I'm not. There you go. Now I got it. Hello, Center. Cactus 3318 heavy. Level 16,000. Direct to Buffy.
Cactus 3318, Jack, level 230.
Alrighty, we'll climb maintain flight level 230 for Cactus 3318 heavy. Alrighty, so we got 23 in there. Open climb. I could do a managed climb if I really wanted to, but that's quite alright. And I keep going outside because I wanted to show you. So the bird, little bird just right past the airplane. And I go, "Did we miss it?" The FO goes, "Yep." And literally 2 seconds after he goes, "Yep," we got 2 separate ECAM messages saying that all of the airspeed is unreliable, and then I go, "Nope." 12787 for Cactus 3318 heavy. Have a great day. 12787. There we go. I think I got that one alright. Here, people. So that's good. Let's get transition standard. Once, twice, and thrice. Close center, Cactus 3318 heavy is flight level 188. We're climbing flight level 230. Climb and maintain flight level 370 for Del Cactus 3318 heavy. Hey man, we all gotta get it where we can, man. Let's see. I do not know. Oh, because I was messing around with the controller. That's probably why the autopilot clicked off. That's okay. So we'll go up to 37. And what had happened was the bird hit exactly right into the first officer's pitot tube. Boom. Smack right into it. Not not anywhere else. No signs anywhere else. Right into the pitot tube. So that was a fun thing to write up there. But it sounds like you had fun. You got yours in the descent into Charlotte there. Okay. Wow. So that tells me that there was a stator vane issue. There was a stator vane issue on that aircraft. Usually when that happens, because the engine was working fine the whole flight, so what happened is a variable stator vane didn't move when it should have been moving, and that's what that 99% of the time is what will trigger a compressor stall. Is that stator vane doesn't move, the airflow doesn't get the direction it needs to keep going through the engine, and then it doesn't know where to go, and all that air gets jumbled up, and boom, you get a compressor stall. Had to pull the engine back to idle. Yep, that's definitely, you need to do that. Cut auto throttles. Yep, for a little, and slowly walk it back up, and hope it didn't happen again. We wrote it up, and I believe they replaced the engine after that. Yeah. So that sounds exactly what you would do in a case of a compressor stall. You bring the engine back to idle. I mean, you're going to disconnect the auto throttles, and then you slowly bring it up until you get the compressor stall again. Wherever you start getting the compressor stall, that's you keep the engine just below that, and you can still fly around with that engine. It's perfectly fine, but you're just going to have asymmetric thrust. That's all. You said danger spirits, yeah, 100%. Okay. What's the crew meal for tonight? The crew meal for tonight was mac and cheese. Hold on, let me go inside. Gotta pull out the tray table for this. There we go. Get all the way up.
We got areas of heavy to moderate precipitation off your nose for about 10 miles, and it's about 5 or 6 miles width.
Yeah, I don't think that was for us. Okay. So some mac and cheese, some baked beans, and some chicken. That's the crew meal for today. We gotta watch out with those baked beans. The baked beans could hit hard. That's always a tough one, tough choice when they get the beans on the plate. But it's a 1-hour flight. I think we'll take our chances. We'll take our chances with the baked beans. Tommy Dick says, "Wait, so it hit the pitot?" Yes, it did. It literally hit right into the pitot tube. They had to take the airplane offline and replace the FO's pitot tube. We ran a bunch of tests on it and all that fun stuff. So, yep, that airplane was toast for the day. Sim is too loud during the. Oh yeah, sorry. Oh, thank you, Max Racing. Wow. Let me go ahead and bring the sim volume back down. I could. What I'll probably do is go ahead and equalize the volume in the options. I won't do it now because it kicks you offline. But at the end of the flight, I'll probably, or tomorrow before we do turn number on Tuesday, I'll go ahead and just say equalize the volume from inside and outside. That way you don't get that loud engine noise when you're on the outside. Demithick says, okay, I have a 3:30 a.m. alarm tomorrow. Gotta go. Wow, Demithick, you gotta stop flying these super early flights. I'm telling you, enjoy the stream, brother. Thank you very much for coming in and dropping by the Eagle's Nest. Demithick, really do appreciate it. Have a great night's sleep and be safe out there.
Delta 9532, you can contact Jacksonville on.
Alrighty, so we'll go ahead and get that stowed there.
3332, Delta 9532. Good day, sir.
And let's get some in-flight tunes going, shall we? Hopefully. There we go.
Southwest 13, 4, descend via to get out 1 arrival, Orlando altimeter 30.
Let's see. Still no ETC online up in the Charlotte area. That's quite alright. I'm not worried about it. The weather actually looks fantastic up here. It's showing radar, is that what it's called? VATSIM radar. It's showing what looks to be some rain along the coastline here, but you look outside, it really doesn't look like rain to me out there. I don't know what you guys think, but it looks absolutely beautiful. Beautiful day of flying. Dummy Thick says, peace. See ya, Dummy Thick. Here, I'm gonna open up Discord. You're gonna see the Discord logo here real quick. Because what I'm trying to search for is in Discord, but so these are the videos that Max recent. I feel like I can share these. I'm not monetized or anything, and I'm not worried about any copyright strikes or anything like that. Also, I just kind of want to show off what I've been working on in the background for the last day or so here. So what we will do is I will go ahead and we can pause our in-flight entertainment there, and I'll get this going. We'll turn that up full volume. Hopefully you all will be able to hear that. And what I've been doing, all right, this is something new, something a little different here. So hopefully you all enjoy it. There we go. Made a little lens set there. And this is the Frontier video that Max recently was talking about, and you have pilots of all. Can you hear that? I'll turn it up just a little bit for you all.
11 years ago was very family oriented. Everybody looked out for each other.
There we go.
Tended to,
but you have some very senior pilots there, some very junior pilots there. But, you know, all of them want the same thing. An airline that, I mean, treats you like your family.
We were happy to be at work, and I couldn't wait for the next time that I was called. And now, the first thing I do before I get my uniform out is check to see where my plane is.
now the complete opposite, I would say.
It's more like a divorce court.
Fortunately, we've lost that good family feel. It's just a completely different environment, and it's not as fun as it used to be.
Now it seems like we're afraid and everybody's going in a different.
It's very interesting music they chose, though. It's a very upbeat music for
Between 1 and 10,
this to be like a
is Frontier
very
Airlines
serious,
operations.
very serious topic.
3.
4.
I'm gonna have to say about a 2.5.
4.
Between a 2 and a 3.
2.5.
2 or a 3?
A 3. Do you feel Frontier cares about you as a person?
They used to.
Not so much anymore.
We don't have any support. We don't have any.
And it's very telling about the management group as well. And it seems like they're unhappy with how the airline is being managed more so than how much they want a fair contract. You know, it just seems like if they felt like they were part of the team, then, you know, it gives you a purpose. It gives you purpose, right? We all want to be part of something greater.
What do you want out of contract negotiations?
Parity with peers.
Parity with the industry.
100%.
Compensation.
Yeah.
Disability protection. Retirement. I just want to be equal with my peers.
I
Exactly.
want equality with my peers.
I feel like that's a very big thing. Being treated fairly and treated with dignity or respect. I mean, that's
I would just
really,
like the company
that goes with any job, really. You want to be treated fairly, you want to be treated with respect. It doesn't matter if you're a pilot, if you're a flight attendant, if you are a bank teller, if you are a clerk at a gas station, you know, you just want to be treated fairly and get paid just like everyone else doing your job
You
does.
got to care about the people. You can't. If it's a horrible place to work and we're treated poorly, all the money in the world's not worth it.
Pay isn't the only thing that we
Exactly.
need. We also need support and leadership, along with just a cohesive.
You said the strip captains of some of their duties, which is kind of a very sad thing.
Disgruntled or upset or frustrated with the way this company is being run.
Oh, I don't think that's difficult. Through the course of time, this has been a wonderful place to work. If we are able to somehow get back to the corporate culture that we once carried, people will desire to be here.
So that was the first one there, and then we have the second video here.
Team Frontier, pilot.
Let me go ahead and bring that up for us. There we go.
Team Frontier, pilots, flight attendants, ground crew, and all who keep this airline flying. As pilots,
This is more of a
masters
serious one.
Situational awareness.
100%. He's just kind of there doing his monologue.
Scan the skies, anticipate
My
challenges,
assumption
and
is he's at
split-second
the
decisions
Union
to keep our
headquarters here.
passengers and crew safe. But when our CEO chooses to address us from the lavatory of an Airbus, we're
Is
forced
this
to
true?
question, where is the
Is
situational
this
awareness at
true?
the top?
Like, of course, I
Let's
don't
address the
have
elephant in the room,
that
or
information,
rather,
but
the CEO
if
on
it is
camera.
true,
Watching
like,
video from an
did,
airplane bathroom isn't just
did he
embarrassing.
really send
It's a
out
glaring lapse
a
in
video to the work group from the lavatory
funny
bathroom, or was that
representing a brand
is that supposed to be?
properly.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, is
This
that
wasn't
supposed to be a
lighthearted
joke,
moment. It was a
or
message that demeaned our professionalism and tarnished Frontier's image. I reached out to Barry to check if he's okay, as I am genuinely concerned.
like that might fly at like
What makes
Southwest, where they're all
this
about having
is
fun and being funny? I don't know.
More
I
trouble.
don't know.
Where was his team? Is there no one at headquarters willing to say, Barry, this is a bad idea? This isn't just about one video. It's a symptom of a deeper disconnect, a leadership culture that's lost sight of who.
Can you imagine
what
any
we are.
CEO addressing any of their employees from the
Employees,
bathroom of the
investment community are watching,
office?
And their perception of Frontier is grim.
Could you imagine the
We consistently
CEO
lead
of
the industry in all
Chase
wrong
Bank
ways. We lose great
addressing
pilots
their
every day because
employees
they are embarrassed to admit where they
from
are
the
employed,
bathroom
embarrassed by the responses from
of
their
his
family
like
and friends when they find out
95th
where
floor
they work?
penthouse office?
Employees are stretched thin. Everything we do prioritizes cost over quality. Passengers echo this on social media with posts calling us out for poor service and labeling our leadership as out of touch. The investment community isn't kind either. Our stock price continues to crater, reflecting the market's skepticism about our trajectory. Let's break down this culture of caring we hear so much about. I tell my kids, show me through your actions. Your words mean little. Corporate says, thanks, team. But for what? For earning 49% less than the rest of the industry? For flying planes without catering, leaving passengers without snacks or drinks?
Yeah.
For being told potable water is good enough for a 4-hour flight? For working in an environment where captains are stripped of authority, unable to resolve gate issues or manage delays?
Captain's authority is a lot. That's one of the things when you're a captain, you get that captain's authority. That is a lot.
It's a culture of neglect. It's a culture of sit on your hands. We don't trust you. Flight attendants, we support you. Together, we are the front line.
Exactly.
Passengers' frustration.
And that's the biggest thing. Those
flight attendants must work together.
the flight deck crew and the cabin crew they're the ones out there doing the
The
work.
culture of caring has robbed captains of their wings. We're not empowered to make decisions or to fix what's broken. We're told to do more with less. But when we
Yeah,
try,
no
we're
snacks.
met with silence. This isn't about
To be
boredom.
fair, it's snacks for
It's about
sale,
fixing
but
what's
still.
broken. A CEO video from a laboratory is a horrendous look for all of us. These moments erode trust. Trust from passengers who deserve better. From employees who felt unheard. And from investors who doubt our future. Frontier management, own the culture of caring. Stop saying things and start listening. Pick up the phone. Give captains back their wings.
Yeah.
Power pilots
Yeah,
and
it's when you strip a captain of their authority, you might as well just clip their wings. That's they're the ones out there making the real time, real decisions. You got to give them the authority to do so.
About restoring captain authority are promising, but we await our CEO's commitment to empowering this pilot group. To my fellow pilots, flight attendants, and frontline employees, we are the solution. We see the repetitive issues, the understocked planes, gate delays, slammed doors, long hold times, and customer complaints. Speak up, share your ideas, demand to be heard. Barry, this is your moment. Show us you are aware of the situation. Listen to the proposals I suggested to your flight operations leaders. Surround yourself with a team that challenges you. Lead from the top.
Yeah, negotiations, no matter what airline you're on, no matter what union you're in, they're always going to be very contentious, right? The company's always going to want to give you the least amount that they can, and you're going to want to take the most that you can.
Team of professionals who care.
Because in the end, you always see the CEOs bringing home these crazy bonuses, but none of that ever, and you know it never does. It never trickles down. That's not a real thing.
It's all good, Captain Phil.
Go ahead and get rid of that. And go ahead and get our music going. The beautiful Atlantic down below us. Let's go ahead and check our star real quick. We're over VIAP now, so that all looks good. So let's go ahead and. So how'd you like my little inset there, Max Racing? A little inset, so you could have a little video viewing here and there. It's not going to be all the time that I'm going to have a video to view or something like that, but that's I just thought it'd be something cool just in case I ever wanted to have a video to show. Hey, I got it. I thought I'd set something up like that. Hopefully the size of the video was good for you to view. Let me go ahead and bring that back down to our entertainment level there. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and that was great. Yep. Oh, thank you very much. Hopefully you all out there appreciated that little video within a video. Let's go ahead and look up the stock car here, and I want Charlotte Weather ATIS. Oh, they have a VETSIM ATIS. Is there a controller online? Nope. Yes, the Atlanta Center is online, so we will have ATC all the way in. They're still using 18 left, 18 center. Oh, they're using all the runways there. Okay, excellent. So 18 left, center, and right for arrival. The
3318 descent of pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 250.
Alrighty, pilot's discretion down flight level 250 for Del Cactus 3318.
1344, yep.
Alrighty, pilot's discretion down to 250. This is 250, right? I think it was 250. It may be 240. It could be 250. 240, somewhere around there. Alrighty, so there we go. We got 250 in there. We'll go ahead and wait till we get a little bit closer on the arrival. Let's go ahead and check our star here. Plan 10 nautical miles. Excellent. So we got checker. Scroll all the way down here. Got checker, then Chevy, then Corvette is between 29 and 24 and 280 knots. That looks good. We got flag between 21 and 23, 280 knots. And then finish. It's going to be at 1623 and 280 knots. That looks good. Then we got stock car. It's going to be 12 and 19, 270 knots. That looks good. Then we got lap between 1612 and 270 knots. That looks good. Simcoe between 13 and 11, 250 knots. We got Doomy. Doomy's going to be between 11 and 10, 250 knots. Then we got Pori, and then Leaks, 10,210 knots. So that all looks good. And then the last fix is Hando there. From there, we'll get vectors onto the approach. Let's see. 4 miles thunderstorms rain. Okay, so it's not the best in there. We'll do the full ILS in that into there. So for the ILS, we're looking at QED and Eagle. So QED, there's no between. This should just be at or above. That's weird that this does that. It'd be at or above 3,000, and then Eagle is at above 2,400. I don't know why it's at or below 3,000. That's not okay. Here, QED should be at or above. This is a weird restriction. Why is that coded like that? All right, so. There we go. I do not care. Altitude error. Airport. So yeah, QED at or above 3,000. Then we got Eagle at or above 2,400. From there to the runway, 5 mile, 3-degree glide slope. That math should be mathin'. And then the missed approach will be 1,300 out to Locust there. So 1,300 will turn left and we'll go out to Locust and hold at or above 4,000 feet. All right, that all looks good there.
You haven't given me any runway. I was figuring 2-1 for the winds that were happening, but I can take 3 if it's a little longer run.
There we go. I'll go back to here just so we're not missing anything. Do not want to miss my top of descent. I'll go ahead and get the LS push buttons on. We got ILS 18 left. That all looks good.
9532, expect RNAV for like 2-1. Sorry about that. Try 13040.
Red nav, we have IVKQ, IVKQ, 11035, 11035, and 184, 183. That's close enough for me. So that all looks good there. Progress will go KCLT 18L. Go ahead and put that in there. Excellent. Performance, we go all the way to our approach page here, and I don't need you anymore. 240 at 10, gusting 25. Oh my goodness. 240 at 10, that's a 15 knot gust. Ooh, wow. We are in for a spicy approach here. Let's see, 4 miles visibility, thunderstorms with rain, because there's thunderstorms without rain sometimes apparently. 23 degrees. And 2986. We'll go ahead and put that in there with the minimums of 1002. Let's go ahead and select 2986. There we go. That's what I'm looking for.
Double 9532, turn 10 degrees right. Sorry for the confusion. I thought I'd send you runway. That's my bad.
There we go.
Right, 10 degrees.
Excellent. That is all done. We reviewed the arrival, and we have everything in there. Let's go ahead and see if our Ghost FO is ready for a briefing. Are you ready for a briefing here? Yep. What are your threats? Well, there's some storms in the area, and we got a really gusty crosswind. Yeah, I'll probably add about 7 knots onto our ref here. Once we get a little bit closer, I add 7 knots, so we get a good rough speed there for the gust factor. Yeah, we both review the arrival. We'll be coming in on the stock car arrival. Our first restriction should be Corvette between 24 and 29, 280 knots. The bottom side is going to be leaks at 10,210 knots. Plan on a ILS to runway 18 right. That's going to be chart 11-8, dated 5 January 24. Our frequency is 110.35. The final approach course is going to be 183. Eagle is going to be 2400. DA is going to be 1002. Touchdown zone is going to be 748, and the MSA around the Charlotte VOR is going to be 3,800 feet. That's all quadrants. Around the VOR, I'm going to configure using full flaps and low auto brakes. We'll add about 7 knots to the gusts, as we briefed earlier. Or 7 knots to ref for the gusts, as we briefed earlier. For the missed approach, plan on doing a soft go around, climb to 1300, then a climbing left turn to 4000 on the Charlotte 093 to locus and hold. Or if we get alternate instructions from ATC, we'll go ahead and execute that. Let's see. None of these notes apply to us. There is a PAPI on the left. They only have runway and identifying lights. That's it. And when we do land, plan a right-hand turn off on like Charlie 65432, somewhere down here. We'll plan our right-hand turn off, and we'll take Charlie all the way back up. We're gonna park Charlie 13, or it's not Charlie 13, Delta 13. I got that set up for GSXO. We'll park right here at the end of decon course, and call that a day. That's where that's literally the only 2 heavy spots on the airport. So we'll park there and call that an evening, or if they take us a different way, we'll just, however we get there. But I want to kind of come in, probably Romeo would be the easiest. I was like anticipating 3-6 right, so I was like Charlie 10, then we could just come right on in here, as I practiced that earlier in the week while I was super not feeling well, but that's okay. All right, any questions there? Nope. Alrighty then. Nope, I did not want to. There we go. There we go. Excellent. Let's see. Hopefully this doesn't blow out your ears. I'll turn it down just a few more clicks there. How's that now? Hopefully that wouldn't have blown out your ears. Now that I have. Oh, I forgot to turn off all the exterior lights. We've been flying around with the exterior lights on this entire time. There we go.
18 miles and 5 miles in diameter across the arrival advised at deviation.
We have it at I'm going to go ahead and let you know if anything comes up 3041.
I think the thing I like about this livery the most is just like the blues. The blues look so good. Like they're a nice, light, vibrant blue, and it just really pops with the red and the white. I don't know. Another classic livery lost to the ages. I'll give it about another 20 miles before we begin our descent here. Got a nice little tailwind helping us out, so that's not that bad. That significantly helps.
Delta 1191 flight runway heading, runway 25 right, clear for takeoff. Delta 9532, turn left, heading 040. Left, 40, Delta 9532.
Could you imagine being on the longest domestic flight in the U.S.? Honolulu to Boston on an A330. Literally, you never left the U.S. You were in the U.S. the entire time, but it took you 11 hours. Oh man, 11 hours of flying and you never left the U.S. That's how absolutely huge the U.S. is.
Modern spring precipitation 9 to 1 o'clock, 1 to 8 miles, 5 miles in diameter across the reliable. Advise police deviation. Delta 9532, proceed direct Fama, cross Fama, at or above 2000, cleared RNAV, runway 21 approach. Yeah, direct Fama, cross Fama at 2000, cleared RNAV, 21 approach, Delta 9532.
Alright, I will probably 11-hour flight. Yeah. It's not a short flight at all. At least it is on a wide body. Could you imagine doing that in like an XLR? Just Honolulu to Boston in an XLR. Can the XLR even go that far? I don't even know, like, I don't know how far that distance is. I think the XLR can go up to, I think it's 4,700 nautical miles. But I don't know if that's the tested distance, or if that was the planned distance when they first made the aircraft. Because I think it's just slightly shorter than that.
That's fine. Fix it for you.
Yeah, you believe you can. Can you believe if, like, Hawaiian was just like, yeah, now that we have the XLR, we're just gonna take the A330 off this route, and we're gonna put an XLR on it. Oh man. Well, of course, I think for the most part, when most people get their XLRs, the very first seat on the airplane is going to be the crew seat for augmented crews, since they don't have like bunks or anything like that on narrow body jets. So I think that first row is going to be the flight crew row. And it might have like the whole get up with like the curtain and the everything that can get completely dark. So I think that's how a lot of operators are going to operate their XLR. What's the limit before you need to augment the crew? Over 9 hours of flying, I think it is. Let's go ahead and get the nose going down. There we go. Yeah, I think don't quote me on that. But I think it's over 9 hours of flying, because at least for the FAR limit, even domestically, it's like you can't go above that. So, and even then, you're like you're pushing that. Most airlines won't take you above 8 hours anyway. So like, I guess if you go above 8 hours, maybe they started including the relief pilot in there. But yeah, I think it's 8 or 9 somewhere. I think it's 8 or 9 hours is when they start augmenting crews, and then I don't know what it is to go from 3 to 4. But there is a time difference there for when you go between 3 and 4, a 3 and 4 man crew. But you gotta be going really far to have a 4-man crew.
Cactus
Not gonna lie.
33, descend via the Stalker 4 arrival. Charlotte South, Charlotte altimeter 10.85.
Alrighty, descend via the stock car for arrival, landing south for Del Cactus 3318. He's like, alright, the joke was friendly that first time. Now you're just killing it. LaGuardia to... I think that's Bogota. I think that's Bogota. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Bogota. The S for South America, K for Colombia, BO for Bogota. I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm pretty sure LaGuardia. So it wouldn't be LaGuardia, I can tell you that, because you're not taking an XLR out of Bogota. Or not Bogota. You're not taking an XLR out of LaGuardia and going all the way down to Bogota. I mean JFK to Bogota, sure, but I don't think you're going LaGuardia to Bogota. Or maybe you could. I don't know. I know they did a slightly different flap design on that. So that it can get the takeoff performance it needs. But you know, I don't know if LaGuardia is still a plausible departure airport. Newark or JFK? Newark or JFK? Oh, 100%. XLR can fit into LaGuardia. I mean, regular A321s fit in LaGuardia, so I just don't know if it can take all that weight and go all the way down to Bogota.
Cactus 3318, contact Atlanta Center 132.97.
132.97 for Cactus 3318. Have a great night. Thanks for the ATC.
Good night, American 1879, climb maintain flight level 400.
Climb maintain flight level 400, American 1879 heavy.
Alrighty, 132.97 to I guess I'll go this way. Just gonna take forever to get there. There we go. Boop. There we go. Switch that over. That's Atlanta Center. And we don't have Charlotte approach on, which is perfectly fine.
132.55.
3255, one approaches to the street at
Hello, Center. Cactus 3318. Fly with 287 descending on the stock car 4 landing to the south.
Cactus 3318, Atlanta approach. Correction, Atlanta Center, good evening. Runway 18 left this evening.
18 left. Thank you very much for Cactus 3318. 18 left, just like we planned. Excellent. Well, people talking over each other. The pilots just have to dodge the runway end lights on takeoff. Yeah, exactly. You know, that's as long as you miss the runway end lights at Rikers Island, you'll be fine. You'll be perfectly fine. Yeah.
Atlanta Center Delta 33, we are back. We had a game crash. We still have your original instructions. Delta 33 on.
Oh man, now that's making me nervous about a game crash. Let's see, why does the airplane keep trying to nose itself over? It needs a little help on this next restriction. Alright, I'll give it a little bit of help. Give it some speed brakes here.
55 east of northeast of that Thrasher.
Center Mike Fox has information, departure information, Romeo.
Perfect, thank you.
Are you trying to level off at 250 again? Oh. Because I'm an idiot and forgot to put 10,000 in there. Let's go ahead and put 10,000 in there. Ooh, since that is the bottom. Let me double check one more time. Oop. Nope. I wanted this. 10,000. There we go.
Some simulator issues.
Let's try that again. Me.
Center November 9 X-rays back. Back, sir.
Delta 865, Atlanta runway.
There we go.
Right,
We barely made that restriction. Do they? That shouldn't, I don't know if that's true to the 330 or not. But good catch there, Max Racing. All the speed brakes deploy on that, even the ground. So the number 1 should just be a ground spoiler. While 3, 4, well, it has more spoilers than the 320 series does. Because the 320 only has 5 spoilers. It has, and then spoilers 2, 3, and 4 are your in-flight spoilers, while 1 and 5 are ground spoilers. But you know, ground and the 5 is a roll spoiler as well. So I mean, you know, maybe that's true logic to the 330. I have no clue. I have no clue. I'm not a 330 pilot. That would be for 330 driver to answer that question. I'm just a lowly A320 driver, so. The A330 is such a beautiful looking airplane on its own. Like, you could literally slap any livery on an A330 and it will just look good.
Sir, 2150, if you're still here, Jack Center 135.9.
Doesn't look fun in front of us. We'll go ahead and see the flight attendants now for landing. Flight attendants, prepare for landing. I don't want them up and about when we get into whatever this mess is, even though it's not painting anything on the radar. Shame on you. I mean, it does paint some things, but I don't know if, like, it's really painting real things on the radar. Kinda hard for you to tell. We'll see if Phoenix does it a little bit better. I have no clue. When Phoenix comes out with their BFU, don't know. And I think the BFU is going to include the weather radar, so I don't know if that's going to work properly. Like, what you see outside your window is going to be what's painted on the weather radar, or if they're going to include real-time weather radar onto your weather radar. I don't know how Phoenix is gonna do it. I'm just hoping it's done really well, and if it's Phoenix, I know it's gonna be done really well. It will look better than it will definitely look better than this. I mean, this doesn't look bad. It's kinda realistic to what you would probably see in terms of colors and shapes and stuff like that, but I don't know, it's not 100%. So, it is what it is. Apparently, that's true to real life. All 6 panels deploy in flight and ground. Oh, okay. And number 5 for upward roll. Well, I mean, this one has more than 5, though. That has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has 6. So 6 would be roll. And then, like, yeah, that will assist in roll control out there. So we have 1 less on the 320. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 is ground only. 6 works in flight for roll, or 5 works in flight for roll, and then 2, 3, and 4 speed brakes.
Delta Alpha, let us roger.
Let's see, we're transition. Let me get the ATIS one more time here. Let me bring up the ATIS arrival. Echo is what it is. 190 at 6 now. 2985. So 2985 set once, set twice, and set thrice. For some reason, these sync up. I don't know why I did that. They did it for a reason. We'll do 2985. Go ahead and put that in there. Speeder, Corvette. Why is there a speeder? I don't. That's weird. Let's see. Current temperature is 22 degrees, cooling off a little bit. Probably because of the thunderstorms. And the wind, I said, was 190 at 6. Excellent. Not nearly as bad. Maybe we don't have to add all of that additive. So there we go. Let's get our externals back on again.
Delta 33, I think we have it figured out.
We can do a descent checklist. All temperatures 2985. The auto brake is low. Perf approach page is set. Arrival briefing is reviewed. Stock code for arrival. Visual approach, or no, that's not the visual approach. It's going to be the ILS to runway 18 left, and our status is checked. The descent checklist is complete. There we go. Speeder, why do you keep saying speeder? That's like so far behind us. I have no clue. Oh no, speeder. Oh, stock car is 270 knots. Oh, you want speed brakes. What you're saying is you want speed brakes. There we go. There we go. 270 knots over stock car. Look at all this nastiness. Alrighty, this should be fun. It's kind of hard to tell if this is really what we're seeing going into Charlotte here. I don't think this is up to date.
Descend to maintain 9,000, clear direct bamboo Delta 33.
Okay. Okay. Well, maybe it kinda is accurate, but not really. It is showing, like, the current radar is showing like a, well, yeah, a band right here, and then another band north of Charlotte, like right here, or here, something like that.
Yeah, it's hard to tell at night here, so I can still have ground contact.
Roger.
Jet 2219, you want to over at Indy?
4209, you are almost there. Probably another 2 minutes here, but if you want, you can go and make the switch 128.22, 28.
And bring that in a little bit there.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Delta 33 to set and maintain 6,000.
Set and maintain 6,000.
How's the airport looking? Airport looks... Get that scan going. It's okay. Most of the weather is...
Bamboo in our flight plan, Delta 33.
33... what runway do you have programmed?
26 right, Delta 33.
Bamboo should be just before the final approach fix. Bravo, Alpha Mike, Bravo uniform. Do you see Haynes?
And of course, it's going to be difficult trying to get
Yeah, we do, Delta 33.
vectors from this guy since he's doing all of the Atlanta airspace. And yeah, you're right, Max Racing. Let's go ahead and get that engine over to ignition.
Atlanta Center, Circuit 2199, we're all ready to go out for taxi, I think. Oh.
Engine mode, ignition, vectors around the red. Yeah, we'll see what we can get. Of course, as we get closer, what happens? The red just disappeared. That does happen sometimes. The closer you get to the weather, the more it's like, oh, it's not right. It's not right there.
Yeah, I got off on a wrong heading here. I'm getting back to Kilns right now.
Sorry, Mike Foxtrot, no worries. Proceed arc to Kilns, and then let's maintain 10,000, 10,000 for now.
10,000 direct Kilns, Mike Fox.
Cactus 3318 Heavy, descend and maintain 1000.
Descend and maintain 11,000. Might request a slight deviation left of course here for weather for Cactus 3318.
Cactus 3318, left of course is approved when able, direct to, let's do leaks.
Already, left of course approved when able direct to leaks for Cactus 3318 Heavy, thank you. Alrighty.
And 3318 Heavy, looks like the east side of the airport's kind of where the worst of the weather is. There's a little bit of break on the west side, and then there's a line that's entering the final, kind of all the way across. If you want, we can try to go to 18 Center, and I can take you on the opposite side of the airport. It's your preference.
Yeah, let's try 18 Center for Cactus 3318 Heavy.
Cactus 3318 Heavy, roger. Left course, or left deviations are approved when able. Flighting 320, expect the ILS 18 Center.
Already, left of course deviations approved when able 320 on the heading, and we'll expect the ILS 18 Center for Cactus 3318 Heavy. Alrighty.
Maintain 11,000.
Set to maintain 11,000 for Cactus 3318 Heavy. Alrighty.
X-ray, contact Jack.
Excellent. So, change of plans. We're going to go 18 Center.
See ya. Mike, Foxtrot, climb maintain 16,000.
We'll go ahead and insert that. I don't need an arrival anymore. In fact, what we'll do is I'll do no star. Bridge vias, Jetgo. We'll insert that. Do I need to no star this? I don't know. I don't know how to do that. We'll leave that as is. Video navigation for 18 Center flights, charts, approach, unpin that one. I want to pin this one. Is that pin? Yeah, it did. Alrighty. For 18 Center, we get 11-3 data 5 January 24, 111.3, 111.3. That all looks good. 183, 184. That looks good. We got IPEP. That all looks good. Silos at 2400. This does weird things, but silo should be 2400. I see it up there. That looks good. DA is going to be 942 performance. We'll go ahead and do 942. Excellent. Touchdown zone 742. The MSA around the Charlie View are still 3,000 feet, all quadrants. We'll still configure full flaps, low auto brakes. For the mess, it's going to be straight ahead now on the 181 radial to Denny and hold unless we get something different. None of these notes apply to us. We do have Pappy's on the right, Mauser lighting, and now it's going to be a left-hand turnoff on like Sierra Echo 4, Echo 3, somewhere down here, and then we'll figure out how we're going to get all the way to Delta 13. It'll be what it is. Let's go ahead. It looks like we could take a 320 heading now, so I'll do a 320 heading. So that all looks good. That is all briefed up there. I had to do a quick down and dirty briefing. Yeah, it looks like there's just like the smallest of breaks right here, so we'll probably try to get in like right here. I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. But you know, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and pause our in-flight entertainment here. Let's go ahead and get our light replay going. We'll start recording. Excellent. Yeah, we'll replace it. Excellent. So recording is going. Looks like, I don't know if that's lightning or if that's our strobe light, but it is what it is. Let's see how that wing is doing. Is it bouncing around? It's actually fairly stable in here. I'm not gonna lie. I'd expect that wing to be bouncing around.
3,000 field, 12 o'clock and 12 miles reported site. 9 to 3,000 Delta 3.
Yeah, 18 Center definitely looks like a better option, at least on this radar. I don't know if this radar is 100% up to date, but, you know, we'll take what we got.
I'm sorry, did you say you had the airport site?
We do not. We have no visibility right now.
Delta 33, roger, you're 5 miles from AJ, cleared ILS runway 26 right approach.
Roger, Delta 33.
Now, let's see. Can I delete?
Cactus 3318 heavy, descend and maintain 6,000.
Descend and maintain 6,000 for Cactus 3318 heavy. Alrighty, 6,000.
3726, contact Indianapolis
Nope.
Center on
We'll do that. Open descent. I have the speed. Let's go ahead and activate the approach.
Southwest 2908, contact Jacksonville Center on 135.
Approach is activated. There we go.
Southwest 2908, see ya.
See ya. Southwest 32, correction 3726, ND Center 128.22. 128.22, see ya.
Beautiful evening here in the Charlotte metro area. Long gone are the beautiful sunny skies of Florida.
Delta 33, roger. You're still cleared the ILS 26, right? Roger. We're 300 Mike Foxtrot. Looks like Washington is still offline. Radar service terminated. Pre-change buzz approval. See ya.
Man, thanks, bud. Appreciate your help. Have a good night.
You too, see ya. Cactus 3318 heavy, descend and maintain 4,000.
Center maintain 4,000, Cactus 3318 heavy. Alrighty, we'll go down to 4,000.
5 R nav to football, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
You can kind of hear a little bit of the rain dropping on the window there.
Verify R nav to football. Thank you. Southwest 3176, roger, runway 27 right now at Lima Charlie, just advise ready for departure. Delta 33 heavy, runway 26 right, clear to land. Clear to land, runway 26 right.
This Delta 33 heavy is giving me a heart attack. Every time I hear it, I'm instantly thinking that's me, even though I know my call sign is Cactus, but the 33 is going to get me every single time. And they're red out here, so we should be good. We can penetrate a little bit of yellow. It won't be that bad.
3318, flighting 360.
360, Cactus 3318 heavy. There we go. We'll make our turn to the north. Will probably bring us on a base lake here in another few more miles.
Perfect, thank you. Perfect, thank you. Southwest 3176, runway 27 right, line of wind.
Hopefully just outside of Haggle is where he'll bring us in on our base leg. In fact, let me do a direct to get that page going up, and so that I'm ready for it whenever we get that turned to our base leg here.
Southwest 3176, RNAV 2 slaw, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
Man, I'm actually glad that the weather radar, even though it's not like the most accurate thing, it kind of sort of works, right? So currently IMC smooth ride plus 14 in the descent, and yeah, that's about all I got for you.
Okay, perfect. Surface winds are showing 1906. They'll probably calm out as you go down there, but I'll have to turn to final here shortly.
No problem. Catches 3318 heavy.
Delta 865, Atlanta Center, radar contact, climb maintain 14,000 to altitude.
Yeah, surprisingly smooth for what I thought we'd be getting into here. Let me go ahead and zoom that. 090, catches 3318 heavy. 090, yeah, I'll do it right off of Haggle. So we'll do Haggle 004. Here, radial N. Go ahead and execute that. Reselect that. 090. Bring us down to 210 knots.
319, looks like you're facing north there. Would you prefer runway 26 left? A49, runway 26 left, taxi via Echo.
Alrighty, flaps 1, speed verified.
Cactus 3318, flighting 150, join the 18 center localizer.
150 to join the 18 center localizer, Cactus 3318 heavy. 150 to join the localizer.
76, still on a center radar contact, climb maintain 14,000 feet altitude.
I'll go ahead and bring us back to 100 and let's call it 180. So we're not screaming trying to make this intercept. Hopefully he got that wind correction right. Sometimes they bring you in a little too tight. Yeah, I'm gonna roll out a little bit early here because he's got us too tight.
2199, Roger, continue taxi.
Flaps 2, speed verified.
Cactus 3318, descend maintain 3000.
Center maintain 3000, Cactus 3318 heavy. Okay, so
3318 heavy is about 3 miles from Haggle. Maintain 3000 to establish on localizer, cleared ILS runway 18 center approach.
already 3000 until established, clear for the ILS runway 18 center approach for Cactus 3318 heavy. Alrighty, so we are clear for the approach. Okay, so he is going to take us down to 3000. I didn't know if he was going to clear us down to 3000 before he cleared us for the approach or not, so I wanted to make sure I can intercept the glide slope. Intercept the localizer before I intercept the glide slope, that's why. Alrighty. Bigger rudder means less input to maintain centerline 100%. Yeah. Yeah, and I did make some modifications. I went and found some planks from when we had our floors installed, and I found 2 spare planks about the same size, and I have them sitting on the floor, and then I have the rudders backed onto them, so the rudder shouldn't slide. Now the only thing that's sliding around is my chair, but that's quite alright. I'll accept that. That's an acceptable deviation right there, because I shouldn't be going well. And I also loosened the tension on the spring and the damper, and I'll probably slowly add a little bit more damping back in, but we'll see how I like it. I still gotta tune that on in. Let's go ahead and slow it up to 170 knots, shall we? Excellent, beautiful low capture.
Brickyard 2199. Roger, looks like you're at intersection Echo 11. Can you accept that? I can look up the distance if you need me to.
I don't want that.
Brickyard 2199. I love that spirit. Runway, let's see here. RNAV to impasse, runway 26 right, clip signal. Yeah, you got it, my mistake.
Glide slope capture, set the miss approach altitude 3000. 3000 is set.
Okay, 1191. Okay, they shouldn't have done that, but that's fine. Just send me the Jedi 3, altimeter 29 or 89er. Jedi 3 and we get a runway.
Just so we're nice and configured and nice and stable, we'll go ahead and manage our speed. Gear down.
Cactus 3318 heavy, runway 18 center clear to land.
18 center clear to land for Cactus 3318 heavy. Alrighty, excellent. We are clear to land. Flaps 3, speed verified. And I don't know how to do this. I don't know. Click all the things. I don't know. One of them works. Alrighty. Flaps full, speed verified, before landing checklist, altimeters. We have 2985, we're crossing 2300. Engine mode, ignition, landing gear, down and 3 green ECAM memo, landing no blue before landing checklist is complete. There we go. We are cleared to land. Sim volume's coming up. Stable. Runway, continuing. Our runway just dipped out of sight. I do have the Vassies though. Runway, continuing. Excellent. We're stable, target sync 7. Autopilot's off.
100 above.
Something looks weird about the lights in the simulator. That's okay.
Left and or right of course are approved.
Minimum.
When able, better to let's do enter and advise.
100.
Alright, further is
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Deployed. Manual braking, auto brakes off, 60. We'll go ahead and make this forward high speed here. Excellent. Go ahead and bring up our taxi diagram. We're on Sierra. Let's go flaps up. Excellent work there. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Charlotte. Got a little spicy there towards the end. I think I'm liking this rudder setup. We'll go ahead and get ignition turned over there. We'll probably just go in and mic. Alrighty, we'll take a left turn onto Echo. Yeah, we got Echo, and then we'll take that on into the ramp for Cactus 3318 Heavy. Thanks for the ETC, really do appreciate it. Have a great night. Alrighty, we'll change it up. We'll make this hard left here. There we go, get our lights, finally getting up to the rest of our checklist here. We can turn that off of there. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Who's the ones responsible for saying runway and continuing pilot monitor? So, runway would be pilot monitor, because pilot monitor is going to be the one that's looking outside, and the pilot flying is going to say continuing. So the person responsible for saying approach lights or runway will be the pilot monitoring duties. The one that's going to say continuing or going around will be the pilot flying. And let's say that you get down to minimums and you don't see the runway, then the pilot monitoring will say no contact, and the pilot will say no contact, going around, and then he will say, you'll initiate your go around procedure. So we'll take this left here onto the ramp. We'll take this all the way around to Delta 13. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get GSX going here. D13 is the one I have set up. There we go. Nope. Don't need that. And we will, yeah, we'll do that. I don't care. And once I get to the gate, I might as well. I didn't use GSX. I guess we could use GSX to unload, but I really don't. We really don't need to. Great flight. Enjoyed the in-flight entertainment. Well, that is all courtesy of you there, Max Racing. Thanks for sending me over the videos. Like I said, I saw those pretty much right when I got off stream. When you sent those over to me, I took a look at them. So yeah, definitely two very interesting videos about our brothers and sisters over at Frontier trying to get a fair and equitable contract. So there we go. Turn and Burn Tuesday is going to be fun. Of course, you know, I always have to do this continual chain of flights, so I always like to pick up where I left off. So out of Charlotte, tomorrow evening we're going to be doing some turn and burn operations going out from Charlotte to Wilmington, some real world American Airlines ops on top of that. So Charlotte to Wilmington and back, nice and short out to the coast and back again. Hopefully the weather is going to be better than it was tonight, but yeah, that's what the plan is for Turn and Burn Tuesday. Max Racing says see ya. Thanks for stopping in, Max Racing, really do appreciate it. Alrighty, let's see, where is the actual gate at? Again with the Allegiant catering, so weird. I think that's 11. So 13 is going to be the next one. Allegiant must have paid GSX to have their trucks be the primary trucks out here. Alrighty. I mean, the rain in the simulator looks so good with the puddles. You see the puddles on the ramp. Oh. Go ahead and get that turned off. Why is this truck in the middle? That's the one thing I wish GSX would do, is like whatever the default equipment is around, just like override it and take it out. Because what we see out this window is like the default equipment. Like, that's so annoying. That is more than annoying. Oh well. What are you gonna do about it? We'll just pretend it's not there. Oop. Brought it to a stop 1 foot short. Wow. Okay. There we go. There it is. We got the stop sign. Let's go ahead and turn the fasten seatbelt sign off. Engine Master 2 can come off. Engine Master 1 can come off. Oh, I didn't turn on the APU. Ooh. This is why I always look up here to see if I turned on the APU. So we're going to leave Engine Master 1 going for a little bit until we turn the APU on. Wow. Very interesting. Is it connected to the door? Yay, nay? Kind of a... Why is Delta 11 the one moving? That's so weird. This worked perfectly fine a few days ago when I did it. And now, for some reason, Delta 11 wants to be the one. Is it because it's got the default stuff and it's like trying to use Delta 11? I have no clue. I have no clue. This game, this thing is weird. Okay. Well, if that's the case, we won't do that. In fact, what I may do is, instead of just going and deplaning everyone, instead of deplaning anyone, we might just roll right into the replays. How about that? That might be what we do. Because deplaning everyone could take like 15 minutes. Alright, let's see. APU is now on. We can go ahead and get the Engine Master 1 off. Flaps are all up. That all looks good there. Fuel pumps are coming off. Our beacon light can come off. Excellent.
3176, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know how updated it is. I would assume it's at least 5 to 7 minutes delayed at minimum.
Excellent. We can check our fluid levels again. That looks good. Our hydraulics look good. We don't have any weird status messages, and we didn't leak any oxygen. Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to... Let me see if GSX is going to do. That's what I wanted to do. Operate jetway. Yeah. I don't know what Microsoft Flight Simulator is doing, but it's being weird. Don't be weird. Like, I'm not even remotely near that spot. That's so weird. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Alrighty. We won't deplane or do anything like that. Now, if it really wanted to, it could attach to the L2 door, and then you could have, you know, 2 boarding from. But that's like super ultra wide bodies. So let's go back in. Let's get both these engines started. We'll go to panel state, ready for takeoff. I'll go ahead and get those going. That up, that up, that up. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off. We'll disconnect from the network. Excellent. We can go ahead and stop our recording. I forgot to do that. Where are you? We can stop our recording so we can reload it here in a second. Oh man. Car position invalid. There we go. Everything's coming back to life. Excellent. So both gray boxes are gone. Both engines are started. Let's go ahead and load this replay up, shall we? We'll hit play. There we go. Let's go ahead and we'll move forward. we go. Release the parking brake. Maps out. There we go. We'll do all the things. Make sure everything's all set up there. And let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and see what this looks like from the passenger point of view, shall we? It seems very quiet from back here. Like, I can barely even hear the engine spool or anything. Absolutely beautiful. This airplane just, you gotta love how gently it will just settle onto the runway there. Let's really. There we go. I might need to get a new joystick. One of the buttons isn't working. It's completely my fault. I've dropped one too many drinks onto it. Trying to find where my cup holder is. Absolutely beautiful. Let's get that one more time. But from the other side here. Let's do that. Yeah. Wow, absolutely beautiful. Let's see if we can go outside. Where do I want it? Something like... We'll zoom it in a little bit. Yeah. Minimal float at the mains down. Absolutely beautiful. A little wiggle there, but this airplane, it also tracks the center line so well. I absolutely love it. Let's go there. We'll switch to the drone camera, shall we? Which one do I want to do? We'll do this drone view first. We'll back it on up. Oh, see it pop out of the clouds. Oh, that's so cool. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Touchdown. Let's bring that back. Let's get the over the numbers shot, shall we? All right, yeah, we'll get the over the numbers shot. Yeah, you can see like even while I'm flying, like there's just that little wobble there. I was trying to figure out that crosswind is what was happening, but pretty darn good centerline truck in here. Let's go ahead and get this going, shall we? Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to actually track it. Yep, nope. I forgot to actually track it, so here we go. Alright. Let's try that one more time. One more time. Take two. Oh, I thought I hit play. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is such a gentle journey. I absolutely enjoy flying this. Again, the lighting kind of looks weird. And I said that, like, how weird the lighting looks. It's not nearly as bright as you would expect it to be for the conditions we were in. Like, I would expect it to be significantly brighter. You could barely make out the approach lights. In fact, I didn't even see the approach lights. I only saw the runway and the pappies. So that is that is in no way, shape, or form accurate. But let's go ahead and go inside for the final one here. We'll go ahead and rewind you back a little bit. There we go. Excellent. Well, I'd like to take this time right before I start this replay to thank Max Racing and Dummy Thick. Thank you for coming out to the Eagle's Nest this evening and showing the stream a little bit of love. Tomorrow we will head on out for Turn and Burn Tuesday, doing some real world American Airlines ops. So until I see you all at the next stream, please do remember to take care of yourselves and each other. Until then, my name's Grey Eagle. Peace.